What's going on, everybody? Welcome to our very first ranking video. I am your host, No ID. You see, we got the face cam back, you know what I'm saying, man? You already see your boy, you know what I mean? Did you miss me? Yeah. Anyways, man, we're doing something a little different. As you know, I've never done a ranking video like this before or anything like that, but the whole idea behind this is that I was thinking, like, you know, I've played a lot of games over the time of this channel. Some of you have seen all of them. Some of you have seen, you know, some of them. However many you've seen, I appreciate you for watching. If you're new to the channel, absolutely go ahead and subscribe. You could check out all of the games that we're gonna go through today and plenty of games in the future. And actually at the end of this video, I'm hoping that you guys can leave a comment with some games that you would recommend that maybe I haven't played yet. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through this list. I'm gonna rank them. Basically, you know, A being the best, F being the worst, and all of these in the middle. I kind of give you a breakdown about the game. It would be cool if I could put like a little video here as I'm talking about that in particular game, you know, like some little gameplay, you know, but we'll see what editing magic happens after the fact. But yeah, so I just want to start off with a game. We're gonna start off here with Samurai Jack. All right, so A's, these are the, you know, I would recommend, like, you need to absolutely play it. B's is like, I wouldn't necessarily recommend it, but it's worth a try. You know what I mean? It might not have been for me or whatever, but it's worth a try. C is, I wouldn't recommend, but, you know, I mean, if you had some interest in it, you know what I mean? Check it out. D is, I'm not a fan. F is, that jump was terrible. So, We'll go through it like that. So Samurai Jack. Samurai Jack was a fun game from what I can remember. I would say that it's probably a C though. Like the 90% of the fun of Samurai Jack was the fact that it was like nostalgia, you know what I mean? So you're playing Samurai Jack. You know, if you liked the show back in the day, this was your opportunity to play the game. So that's kind of where a lot of enjoyment came from. The game was kind of repetitive. It was challenging and it was fun, but it wasn't anything like special to it, you know what I mean? So we're gonna put Samurai Jack in a C. Then we have Ghost of Tsushima. Ghost of Tsushima, I'm going to give a B. Ghost of Tsushima is very fun. The story is very like captivating. Like you really feel like you're in this time period where these samurais are fighting to, you know, protect their land from invaders. A lot of you guys probably have seen this on the channel and probably was wondering what happened to it. So basically what happened was I was playing through the game. I was about probably like 35% through the game. And I upgraded to a PS5. Once I upgraded to a PS5, it did not carry over my story progress. And I felt like I was too far in to start the game over. So while the game was good, it wasn't good enough for me to be like, you know what, I'm gonna start all the way over and keep playing. Maybe in a couple years, I'll probably be far enough removed from that heartbreak to be like, all right, let's finally give this a try. But as of right now, I would definitely say check this one out. It's definitely worth checking out. Good story, good gameplay, a lot of different things that you can do as far as like side stories and stuff like that. So yeah, definitely get at a check. Crash Bandicoot. I'm going to give Crash Bandicoot a D. And it kind of suffers from some of the same stuff like Samurai Jack. Like it's a simple game. But most of the fun of playing this Crash Bandicoot game came from nostalgia. Like, oh, I remember when I used to play Crash Bandicoot back in the day. I'm definitely gonna check it out. But for a gamer like me who is like kind of inquisitive, like I have moods basically. So like some games I want to be able to explore everything, like every nook and cranny. I want to unlock everything. And this game didn't do it for me. It actually just caused more frustration because the levels are unforgiving, so to speak. So there became a point where I didn't care about finding every item and unlocking everything. I was just like, let me finish this game so I can move on to a new game. So I would say Crash Bandicoot is a D. Fall Guys. Fall Guys. I would say Fall Guys is probably an A. I would probably give Fall Guys an A because 1, it's challenging. 2, it's addictive. 3, it's fun. 4, you could play with other people who don't have a lot of gaming experience and they enjoy themselves. Like, I never got to really play it in a party environment, but I was always looking forward to, like, me and some friends would talk about doing it, and I would always look for, I'm like, this would be amazing to play Fall Guys with a bunch of my friends, and like, it's just really easy to pick up and play. So I would definitely say Fall Guys. The only reason that I'm kind of thinking about putting it in B is because once I finally got my victory, I never played it again. But if somebody called me and was like, hey, you want to run around in Fall Guys, I'll be all for it. So I'm gonna keep it in A. It Takes Two. So I just recently beat this one. I'm gonna give It Takes Two a B. And the reason I give this a B, the game is fun. It's the story is interesting, it's creative. They do a lot of good things as far as the design and just how everything sets up, how you have to rely on another person. So I really like that, but I think what's holding this back from getting an A is you gotta make sure you're playing this with the right person. So lucky for me, I had a good teammate to play this with. But 1, you can't play it by yourself, and 2, you gotta play it with somebody that you actually like have some chemistry with, actually enjoy playing with. I don't even know if there's an option to play with like a random person who wants to play as well. So that's what's holding this back from an A. But I would definitely check this out if you have like somebody that you can co-op with, for sure. All right, and then we got WWE 2K22. Man, this one could possibly be our first F, honestly. I'll put it in D. Just because it was a huge disappointment for me. It feels very limited as far as game modes, as far as gameplay. Like, there's certain things you can't do anymore that I remember being able to do in WWE or WWF No Mercy and SmackDown. Like, you know, doing all kinds of specials off of the ladder and the possibilities I feel like back then were endless, but this one seems so limited. The game modes, like I said, seem limited. The create a superstar obviously is very intricate, but you can't take your superstar from the My Rise mode to the exhibition or online mode. You have to make a completely different character. And if you know anything about making a wrestling character, you know it can take, if you're gonna do everything, that's like a 6-hour process, because we're talking about appearance, we're talking about movesets, specials, we're talking about entrances, taunts, victories, all this kind of stuff. And even back then, you used to be able to like upload music that you wanted to come out to. You used to be able to upload videos that you wanted to come out to. So I feel like it was a lot more customizable. And maybe they're just trying to work their way back into the motion, but I was pretty disappointed with this game. And I still play the My Rise every now and then just to get through the story to see how it goes. And I'll hop on and play online from time to time if people are on and they want to play. But outside of that, I could really do without it. So huge disappointment here. So hopefully they'll do better in the future, because I'd like to revisit that for sure. Then we have Sifu. Sifu is an A. Sifu is an A. This is an easy vote. I don't typically replay games after I beat them, but Sifu did a very good job of creating a game that rewards you for replaying it. So you want to, it kind of like motivates you to replay certain levels to beat it better, so that you'll actually be able to beat the game, because you only have so many lives to beat the game. So you need to be able to beat a level without losing as many lives as possible. So I definitely enjoyed that. The gameplay was fun. It was challenging. The music was good. I mean, just the entire vibe of this game. The story was good. Yeah, this is definitely I would definitely recommend. You definitely need to check this out. Then we have Control. Control, I'm gonna give a C. And the reason I'm giving it a C and not a B is because there were a lot of times in Control that I was wandering around, not sure where I was supposed to go. And when games do that, I get very frustrated. And I don't like when I'm playing a game and I feel like I have to look up what I'm supposed to do. You know what I mean? Because part of the accomplishment of beating a game is doing it on your own. But when you get to a point where it's like, I've been wandering around for 45 minutes, like there have been videos that I've edited where for the first 45 minutes, I was literally walking from location to location trying to figure out where I'm supposed to be to beat the next mission. If it wasn't for that, I think this game would be a B, because the gameplay is actually very cool. The story is hard to follow, but interesting enough to keep you going. It was an enjoyable game, but those downtimes where you're traveling back and forth trying to figure out where to go, that kind of took away from it for me. So I would say C is good. If you're good at those kinds of games, if you're good at like games with puzzles in them, like Resident Evil and stuff like that, you'll probably enjoy this a lot more than I did. But I definitely had to look up more than once, where am I supposed to be? Like, where do I go to activate this mission? So yeah, C for Control. Then we have Shadow of Colossus, and it suffers from the same thing that Control does, where when you're playing the game, when you're fighting the enemies, the game is amazing. But getting to that point takes so long that it's like, by the time you get to the fight, you're like, I gotta take a break because I've been running around for an hour and 15 minutes. I done got hungry, I don't need something to drink. And then you come back and play the game in the video only 10 minutes. You know what I mean? So I would definitely give Shadow of the Colossus a C as well. But the game was fun. And apparently it's a prequel to another game. I forget the name of it. So, you could check it out. I think it might be free. If it's free, definitely just go ahead and check it out just because. If you gotta pay for it, I'd probably pass. So that's my little word of advice. Then we got Knockout City. Knockout City, where do I want to put this? I'll put Knockout City at D. The game is cool, but it's like, it's hard to explain. I think I would have more fun with this game if I had like some friends that played it regularly and we all played together. It seems more so like a social game that you would enjoy. Playing by myself was cool at times, but as y'all know, I haven't seen any Knockout videos, so it's because it's not a game that really draws me to it at the moment. So I would say it's a D. Like, it's not terrible. I mean, I would definitely say you can check it out. Maybe I should move it to C, because the game isn't terrible, but yeah, I'm gonna put it at D because it would be a C, but it suffers from some of the stuff that's making It Takes Two a B, in that you're probably gonna need to play that with somebody. I don't see you loading up and playing that by yourself often. And then Back 4 Blood. I would say Back 4 Blood is I'll say C. Back 4 Blood is fun, Well, I gotta put it at D. Because what actually makes Back 4 Blood fun is your friends. It's not the game, like it's your friends. The game is cool, but I'm not playing the game by myself. Never once have I even, first of all, I played the demo, but I didn't load up the demo once to play by myself. The only reason I played this is because my friends were playing, and it's mostly their commentary that made the game fun. So Back 4 Blood is like a platform for you to enjoy your friends. So I won't say the game is terrible. The game is cool and it is a challenge. You enjoy it, but it's only as good as your company. So I'm gonna give that one a D. Then we have Angerfoot. Now this is just a demo. So I don't even know why I'm ranking this for real. I'm gonna, based on the demo though, I'm gonna give it a B. And I'm excited to see what they do with this before it comes out. I think it comes out next year. But I really enjoy this game. It's high intensity, it's straightforward to the point, it's creative, it's got some humor in it, the music is good, and it's very enjoyable to play. My only concern with this game is I hope that it doesn't become repetitive. Like I only played 10 levels, and I mean the 10 levels are, although they did vary, I could see this game becoming repetitive unless they add some different kind of mechanics to it. Whether that's like you're in a car, like driving through the city, or I don't know, not in buildings anymore. They're gonna have to add something to it to give it a little spice in between those levels. But as far as gameplay, I love it. So we'll see when a full game actually comes out, if this will remain B, or if when we revisit this, we get to put it in A. Next is Best Month Ever. I'm gonna give Best Month Ever a B as well, which is kind of different. I don't typically play games like this where it's basically a decision game. So if you've never heard of it, it's basically a decision game. They give you some choices, you pick it, and that kind of dictates results of the story. So this game was fun. It's very entertaining. The story is kind of crazy, but it's like engaging. It's simple, but the story is so crazy that it really draws you in. You enjoy it. The choices that you have to make are mind-blowing. You have to make some crazy choices, but it's fun. Like it like allows you to just explore some different things, and it has multiple different endings. And usually I would be interested in going through different endings, but one playthrough of this I think was enough. It was good, and I'd be interested to see how some of those different choices play out. But once I saw it was 9 different endings, I was like kind of overwhelmed. I'm like, I'm not messing with that. So definitely give Best Month Ever a B. Then we have The Last of Us. So I just have The Last of Us, but as you know, on the channel I have The Last of Us, The Last of Us Left Behind, and then The Last of Us 2. This is absolutely going in A. This is top tier. If you have not played this, you need to play it. Play all of them. The story is good. The gameplay is good. They got some jump scares in there. They got some humor in there. They got some drama, thriller, suspense. Everything you could want in a video game, it's in this game. It's really good. It's really good. They're supposed to be making a movie off of it, and I'm not surprised. I mean, the game was so well written. Ah, man, you gotta play it. Please play it in order. Don't look up any spoilers. I'm talking about spoilers. I don't know what a spoiler is, but don't look up any spoilers. Play this game in order. You're not gonna regret it. If it was still $60 right now, all of them, I'd buy every single one. Like this game also, once I finished it, I wanted to replay it. And you can replay and have like all these different modifiers, whether it's like, you can make the game easier. You can make it where everybody dies with one melee hit. You can make it everybody dies with one bullet. I mean, it's got a lot of stuff going on. So definitely check that game. That's definitely a top tier. That's an A. Then we have A Way Out. And this game was made by the same people who made It Takes Two. And for the same reasons, it's really about who you play with. So I had a good partner again. This game was fun. It was very engaging, and I was actually connected to the character in this one. So when my character was feeling certain ways about stuff, I could empathize with that, and I would feel the same way. The story was really good, well put together, well written, and the gameplay was good as well. There were a lot of different situations that they put you in where you guys had to work together, and I think that was a good one as well. So there's my list. I guess I haven't played anything terrible. I know you guys are probably wondering where's like Apex Legends and where's Modern Warfare. I didn't put those on here. I didn't put Madden on here because those are kind of just like competitive, like, you know, shooting games, and they're a little older. They've been around a while. 2K, you know what I mean? Like, those are games that come out regularly. So I didn't want to put those on here. I just kind of wanted to put these on here, even though I did put 2K22 on here. But before 2K22, I think the last one was 2K20. It's not like a thing that's coming out all the time, even though they might start doing that now, but they got a lot of work to do, or I probably won't get the next one. I might borrow it or play somebody else's, but I ain't gonna get it. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all for joining. I really would like y'all to drop some suggestions in the comments, man. If you've played a game that you would put in this A tier, even the ones that you would put in B, you know, let me know which tier you putting it in so I know what I'm getting myself into. But drop it in the comments, man. I've been looking for a lot of stuff to play, and I'm kind of open to all kinds of stuff, especially after I played The Best Month Ever, which is something that I wouldn't typically play. It was different for me, but I enjoyed it so much. So it's really opening my eyes. I'm like, I need to try some different things. So yeah, definitely drop the game, drop what tier you would put it in, and then drop what platform it's on. If it's PlayStation, or if you got it on Steam, or if it's Xbox, let me know, man. I appreciate y'all for joining. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. We could do some more things like this, but for whatever reason, I thought that it would be cool to go ahead and let you guys know how I feel about the games that I played, and I'd love to hear how you feel about it as well. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves. Peace.